Guys, welcome back. Today I thought we could do a what I eat in a day. I actually have not done one in a couple months now, and I thought we could do that today. And actually over the last couple weeks too, I've had a few requests to kind of share a weight loss or a fitness update with you guys, and it's been a little while since I've kind of really talked about it here, and I thought I could do that today as well. Kind of goes hand in hand. Show you what I'm eating, tell you where I'm at. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. Please do give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, especially if you want to see more videos like this. It lets me know. I appreciate it. And of course, if you are not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you come along. Okay, breakfast. I am starving. So I actually just finished a workout, in fact, about an hour ago, got showered, cleaned up. And I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes I don't shower first and I just eat right away because I can't hang. I just gotta do it. But got the shower in this time. But I gotta share with you guys, this is what I actually had yesterday, and I'm gonna do it again. You guys know I'm a creature of habit. I loved it. It was so good. By the way, this bread, Nature's Own, perfectly crafted, thick sliced multi-grain bread. Got this at Smith's, I believe. Was that what it was? I think. My goodness, it is so good. All right, I'm gonna pop that into the toaster, and then I'm sorry I don't have the box for it, but this is the Just Egg, the plant folded egg. These are phenomenal. I love them, and the majority of people that have tried them love them too. I personally think they've nailed it. Really, the consistency of it is perfect. Now you just store them in your freezer. You'll see there's a little bit of the ice on it still, but you just pop it into your toaster on the other side and you are good to go. Basically, I'm gonna make avocado toast, but I add that egg to it. It's really good. So anyway, I got an avocado here. Let's hope it's a good one. It feels good. I think it's gonna be okay. So I thought we could just chit chat a little bit about how things are going when it comes to fitness and weight loss. If you are newer to my channel, I have an entire playlist actually dedicated. I think it's called Fitness Journey, Weight Loss Journey, an entire playlist. And that playlist, gosh, got videos added to it probably for about 2.5 to 3 years, because that's how long I did it for. But you know what? I realized that I have not added to that playlist and gosh, like maybe like 6 to 8 months now. And that's because I'm kind of done with the weight loss side of it. The fitness part never goes away. That's still the fun part too, of like changing up what you're doing to get different results, you know? But I haven't really been actively losing weight for that long now. I've been in this like maintenance mode. I hit a number at that time. I was going for that, wanted to see how I would feel, and that number was 145 for myself. That number should be different for everybody. And I hit that, I felt good. And basically since then, I've stayed right around 143 to 148. That is like my range, like the full range. And I feel really good. I'm gonna do the egg piece one more time because it's frozen. I'm gonna have some orange juice because I have been on a kick again. You guys know I kind of do this sometimes like for months on end, and then I get away from it and I need it again. You know, anyway. All right, here's your little egg. Put her on there. I keep hearing something outside, probably birds. So when I began my journey, it was 2018 of May. I am down about 80 pounds since then, which is crazy. And it's like when you start, you never think that that's like in the cards, right? Like it's never gonna happen. I'm never gonna get to that. But it, you know, it can be done. Just keep on keeping on. That's always what I tell you guys, one day at a time. All right, so we're gonna put some everything but the bagel seasoning on there. It's gotta be on. You gotta do it. That's kind of a lot. It's okay. You know, when I started though, I was working out 5 to 6 days a week. I was. And it was intense. It really was, because again, I had a one-on-one, like, you know, trainer, and oh boy, best thing that ever happened to me when it came to fitness, but it's tough. It's hard. These are hemp seeds. I put hemp seeds on any and everything. I love them. So good. Now, I am out right now of the Trader Joe's spicy taco sauce. I love that. You guys know, it's one of my favorites. I have not seen it at our Trader Joe's here. Now we live in Las Vegas. We recently moved. I need to find it because I am out. I would normally put that on here as well. I'm gonna save this half for later. I have a little bit of the microgreens from Trader Joe's. Put some of those on. And then we've got the feta crumbles from Follow Your Heart, one of my favorites. So good. If you guys have not had this before, you are missing out. It is wonderful. And what I can tell you is my husband Nate hates it because it tastes like feta. He doesn't like feta cheese, but the good news is that means it tastes like feta. It even smells like it. It's wonderful. So I put that on here. Yeah, it's a disaster watching me eat this because it's kind of tall, but it's delish. Now, since I don't have the hot sauce, I did make a few days ago this homemade Pico. So good. I have the recipe. I'll link it below for you guys. It's very basic, but it's good. I'm gonna put a little bit of this over top. And we're gonna call it good. Delicious. Highly recommend you try it. All right, here we go. I can't. Telling you, delicious. That egg, the just egg, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Anyway, always get distracted. So again, back to that time of starting everything. You know, I was really diving into, of course, to, tracking everything, because I think that's very important. I know it's a little controversial of like, some people don't believe that you should track because that's not a way to live. And although I completely agree with that idea, I do. And it is not a forever thing. That would be just so mind-numbing, day after day, forever. I do think it's very important to do it as a temporary thing when you are just starting out, especially if you are someone who has struggled with losing weight, over the years or whatever, and haven't been successful or haven't achieved the goals that you had in mind. I think it's really important because then there's no room for error. It's not even about like following it to a T of what you think you should be at. It's seeing what's actually going on, right? And it's also becoming very aware of your portion sizes and stuff. That's the biggest thing, I think, is we're so guilty. I think all of us at some point or another that like we make our portions and we think it's all healthy, it's good, and it probably is, but you are probably eating double than what you think you have just served. And when you start measuring things, and you really get an idea of what things really equate to, And so for me, again, I tracked for about a year. I don't even think you have to do it that long, but I did because I was also playing with it a lot at that time, being vegan too, and doing a lot of bodybuilding type, stuff as I do. Like, I really wanted to up my protein. That was really important to me. Let me eat. For my goals, it was really important for me to get that number up. And doing that as a vegan was not impossible whatsoever. But it took some adjusting from how I was eating, and it was playing with my carbs a little bit from what I was doing. And I really needed to see it as a day after day of what I was doing, what was working, what wasn't, and kind of see how I was feeling along the way. And then I could put that together of like, okay, when I have, let's just throw a number out there. If I have 30% of my daily macros from carbs, how do I feel? And if I have 50% from carbs, how do I feel? And you just kind of play with it. So again, that's why I think it's really important when you're starting off especially. And so over that year, there was a lot of adjustments. Yes, I tried to stay in a little bit of a calorie deficit. That's just what it takes to truly lose, body fat. But I really was more looking at where are my macros falling and how do I feel doing it, And for me, this is the good news. For me, this is all just for I have found for my body. And it's so important that it's going to look different for everybody. I found over time that keeping it pretty much even. Now, I think a lot of people like to typically take their fats and keep those a little bit lower than everything else and have higher protein or higher carb even and keep the fat low. For me, that is not the case. I like to basically, we'll just keep it simple, keep my fats around 30% for the day, ish, and my protein 30-ish, and carbs 30-ish, and it just works for me. It just does. And I feel like it's also really sustainable too, because you're not really like depleting in one area or another, you're not. But again, that's just me, and I do work out a lot. I don't want to like say that I don't. It might be different for someone who doesn't as much, or if you work out even more though, you may need to adjust that too. But it wouldn't have been as easy for me to figure that out had I not been tracking. But again, this is kind of going back now. And to give an update to where I'm at today is I have not tracked in over a year easily. Gosh, closer to probably 2, really. And I feel really good. But I say that I haven't tracked, and I used to use Chronometer. I think it's like $3 as a one-time fee, I think, unless it's changed because it's been a while. And I loved it. I loved that app because you can see like all your micronutrients too. And I thought that was pretty cool. But really, again, even though I say that I don't track anymore, since I did for so long and then finally found what worked for me the best, it's all in your subconscious. It's all there still, even though I'm not doing it on the phone or writing it down. It's all there. And so I always like to say I loosely track even, because it's just when I prepare a meal, I kind of just think about that idea of 30% each-ish. I'm not super strict anymore. I'm not. If I start feeling a certain way that I don't like, or just not as good, or I don't feel like I'm performing as well when I'm working out, then I'll make adjustments as needed. But again, for about 6 to 8 months now, I have maintained and I feel good. And that's what I'm doing. So now too, being realistic and being that we just moved a couple months ago and life just kind of got turned upside down, we're doing really well and we're settling in. And now it's kind of, I'm able to like pick up a little bit more on the workouts and stuff. But realistically, I work out 4 to 5 times a week now versus 5 to 6. Not a huge difference, but still a difference. And that's working out just fine too. And of course, I've had people like, especially on Instagram, ask before, like, how do you stay motivated to do it? I don't stay motivated to do it. And my point is like, motivation is great. And I like to grab some inspiration here and there when needed, especially like on Instagram or something. And that's why I share it too, But at the end of the day, it's just discipline. You just have to do it. And even when people have asked, how do I get back into it if I've fallen out of it? What's your advice? Just go. There's no great advice for it other than just go and do it. I personally think if it works with your schedule, if it's possible for you to wake up whenever that is for you and have it be the first thing you do for the day after your coffee, of course. Yeah. If you can get a workout in as the first thing of the day, I highly recommend you do that. And that's pretty much what I do and have been doing for a very long time. I personally hate working out later in the day. It ain't for me. Some people love it, But I find that that's like the best way to keep that discipline, because like, for example, today I'm all done, I did it, and whatever comes my way the rest of the day now, I can do and take care of and not have to worry about, but I have to work out later because I haven't yet. No, it's done. I just personally think it's the way to go. It works for me. I enjoy it. Plus it's not super hot out. It's still hot. It's Vegas here, but you know what I mean? It's a little bit more tolerable, I think. So you know what? I just feel like I'm living right now. Like I'm just living life, and it feels really, really good. And I encourage you to, if you're on a weight loss journey yourself, you're looking to lose weight, put in the work, daily grind. It is what it is. And then reap the benefits of that. When you finally hit where you feel good, it's all worth it. It really is. Even on the days while you're doing it, where you feel like, oh God, I promise it's worth it. It just, don't give up. One day at a time, you will get there. That's really all I can say. But I'm here to help you out in any way that I can as well. Okay, let's eat breakfast.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers.
All right, I am back home and I am hungry, and isn't that cafe a little over the top? It's wonderful. I love it. I do. I brought my laptop and I was getting caught up on some emails and stuff, so got some stuff done for the last couple hours, but I am hungry now, and they have amazing coffee and they have vegan donuts, and I didn't do it. Well, I got the coffee, but I didn't do the donut this time. I'll do it next time. Anyway, so I was thinking about it as I was driving home. I was like, what do I want to have? Because I'm hungry now. So, frozen meal. But we're gonna turn this into tacos. I've been wanting to try that. Nate and I did a taste test on this specifically, and I really liked it, but I was a little disappointed in it. I felt it was a little bit dry, like on its own, just to eat this way. But a lot of you said it, and I totally can see that if you use this as a filling for tacos, add some greens, add some hot sauce, still out of my hot sauce, it would be wonderful. And that's what I'm gonna try out today myself. But this is newer to Trader Joe's. It's the tofu scramble with soy chorizo. I have to say, for it being completely vegan and stuff, like, it's pretty impressive for a frozen meal. It really is. I'm telling you, make this homemade batch of Pico every week, and it goes to so many different dishes that you'll create throughout the week. I'm telling you, it's so good. So simple, but so good. Okay, so we've got the Carb Savvy tortillas made with whole wheat, again from Trader Joe's. Just gonna take maybe like 3 of those, give or take, we'll see. And I'm just gonna heat them up, I think, on a pan. Well, you know what? They're actually kind of okay. Thought maybe they would bend a little better if they were warm, but they're all right. All right, so I just finished up the tacos. They were delicious, but now I want something sweet. And I've shared with you guys Daily Harvest numerous times now. I have it linked below. You can get up to $40 off your first order, just depending on what it is, like how much you buy, but kind of count on $25 to $40 off, which is cool. But I've shared with you guys the smoothies. I've shared with you the harvest bowls. Those are really good too. The smoothies are awesome. They really are. The ice cream is out of this world. It's incredible, and it ships all to your door, comes frozen, super simple. Well, recently they sent me the bites. I shared this over on Instagram a few weeks ago, actually, but this is a kind of cow nib and vanilla bites. They're like little cookie dough bites, and you can eat, you keep them in your freezer, and then like when you want one, you just eat it straight out of the freezer. It even says that on there. They're amazing. The funny part with this one, because I already tried one, I taste like banana in it, but there's no banana in it. This is actually made from chickpea, coconut, cacao, kabocha, maca, and vanilla bean, and I taste banana. They're so good though. Just a little treat. Speaking of macros and stuff too, what I've always told you guys, what I do like about Daily Harvest, if you are someone tracking, you know, more strictly, has all the macro information here for you. So kind of helps, again, if that's something that you're looking to do. But I really like these. The bites were just new to me though. Anyway, again, I'll link it below, but I'm gonna munch on this and do more on the computer. All right, so I'm gonna share this with you. I just cubed up a bunch of russet potatoes. It was about 4 medium-sized ones or so. And I have some of this black bean chili from Whole Foods. And all I'm gonna do is lightly coat this in olive oil with a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of garlic powder, salt, pepper, coat it, throw it into the air fryer, cook it up, Shouldn't take too long, maybe 20 minutes or so, just depending on how big you cut them, of course. But I have to share this corn on the cob recipe with you guys. Now it's coming on another recipe on a vlog Sunday, so be sure you're subscribed because I got another meal idea for you guys. But I was trying it out and we loved it. So good. I air fry it. Amazing. And I coated a light layer on here with this new vegan ghee from Trader Joe's, the organic coconut and avocado oil blend. So good. So I just brushed some of this onto here after we get everything removed, and then I just did a little bit of salt and pepper. Amazing. So I put it in there for, I think it was at 380 for about 20 minutes too, and that worked so good. So with the potatoes, I've done this recipe many times with like homemade chili. That's of course going to be best, but this time I took the easy route. But normally I would do it over like a baked potato, but I don't feel like turning on the oven. Don't want to do it. It's still not cool here. So I'm gonna do it with just, again, air fried potatoes, but either way totally works. I'll definitely have my fill of baked potatoes when it cools down, for sure. It's a go-to for me. But yeah, it's a great combination. I highly recommend it. Very, very good.
What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We're living. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive.
So I was just getting ready to heat up the chili, and I'm gonna go ahead and actually prepare this first and then add it to the chili. It's super fast and easy. TVP, textured vegetable protein. I have recently discovered this, even though it's been out forever, and I love it. I add it as like a meatless crumble, if you will, into like pasta dishes and stuff. It is so great, and again, it's a great way to bulk up a meal, and you get a good amount of protein in it for just a 1/4 cup too. It's kind of nuts, but it even says it's good for chilies as well. So I'm going to take that opportunity and do that. Basically, you take 1 cup of this and essentially 1 cup of water, just a little bit less. It's like a 1-to-1 ratio, but a little less. Basically, bring it to a boil and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, and it is done. And then from that point, you would just add it into whatever dish you're making, whether it's pasta sauce or, in my case, the chili here. So I'm going to do that.
We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive.
All right, my friends, I am all done for the night. I think I ate all of that. It was delicious. Well, the portion I showed you anyway, but I do have some leftovers Nate can take to work with him. Use the rest of the Pico. I'm telling you, it can go on anything. But I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so, so much for all your support always. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.